I'm locked in more than ever. YouTube, I'm locked in more than ever. I'll never understand why. I never know how. I never could really understand or bear the fact that I've been placed in this position. But all I know is that this position is right and this position is going to get me somewhere in life. And it's really crazy, bro, because there's been many times in my life where I always wanted to start. I always thought I needed a perfect moment and a perfect day. All I needed was the present, bro. I just needed today to start. That's all I needed. Everybody's always looking for that perfect moment, whatever the case may be, to start. But you just need today, bro. You just need today. And right now I'm so blessed, guys, because my personal brand on my Instagram, it's literally kicking off. And that's what I've mostly been focusing on. Not so much of my YouTube and long form content, but I'm going to get there eventually. And pretty soon I'm going to be uploading some pretty good, value to this channel. Or I might create a different channel and then post on there. But guys, I literally cannot bear the fact that God has placed me in a position that I've always wanted to be in. And I'm not even like making the good money yet, bro. If I'm being honest, I'm not at that point to where I'm actually making the money yet. Because I don't want to be at that point yet. I'm at the point where I'm learning. I'm in the point where I'm growing. I'm in the point where I can make so many mistakes in my life. That's how I get better. That's what creates my character. That's what creates my dynasty. Just me being able to grow. Me being able to see something valuable in myself, bro. And I'm making this September 27th of 2025. And yeah, guys, like, I'm just ready for the journey. I'm ready for you guys to see where I'm at in a couple months, in a couple years, bro. And it's gonna be such a blessing, bro. But I'm literally just a black kid from Texas. And yeah, I graduated high school last year in 2024. And I didn't really know what to do with my life after. I always wanted to, be an online business. And I tried some businesses. I tried things out, but it never worked for me. But the true thing that really came down to it was reality. Just me coming to a realization of what my life was and where my life is headed to. And I realized that, okay, if I just keep doing the same things that I've always been doing, then it's never going to stop. I'm going to just keep going around the same hamster wheel for the rest of my life. Ending up working a 9 to 5 job that I don't like, ending up living a life that I never wanted to live because I always knew I had so much potential. Like, bro, I'm sorry, just an example. This is only 4 of them, but I literally have so much books, I have so much knowledge, and I have so much things that I know, and it can't go to waste. And sad enough to know, many of you guys have a lot of potential, and it all goes to waste. A good analogy that my dad always told me that there has been many people that were better than Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant. Way better. They could have been so much more better. They could have been the GOATs. But they ruined their life because they never took it serious or they ended up making a bad mistake. And that could be many of you guys. Like, you don't know how high your potential really is until you actually lock in. And I started my personal brand on Instagram around August 11th. And that's when, well, I started it back in April, but then I literally lost motivation for a few months, and then I started it again August 11th. And I only averaged 100 views, like, every video, and that was a day after me posting that video. And I never lost the motivation because I knew I was going to lose. I knew I was going to fail. I knew I wasn't going to get engagement. And the fact that I knew that I was going to lose kept me going because I was more hungry than I was before because I knew that I was going to lose. When you know that you're going to win or when you anticipate the win, it's not as fulfilling because it's like, okay, I'm going to win. Why do I need to try so hard if I know I'm going to win? That's how many of you think. You think, why do I have to try so hard if I know I'm going to win? Bro, if you know you're going to lose, it's going to make you try harder because you're going to lose and you know that. Like, it's like, bro, it's like common logic. It's logical certainty, bro. If you know that you're going to lose, it's going to make you a little bit more hungry than knowing you're going to win. Because you're like, bro, if I lose, I have to try even harder than what I was already doing before. And that's why many people don't tell you all that. You have to lose in order to fail. And you have to lose in order to win. And that's literally true, bro. And I was losing for the past 2 to 3 years of my life because I've had the same vision for the past 2 to 3 years, and I always lost. I've only thought about getting rich. I only thought about winning. I only thought about the supercars. I only thought about the dream life. But I never thought about what it would actually take to really get there. I never thought about the actual process that I would have to go through to genuinely put myself in that position. But then when I realized that I had to actually lose, I had to actually suffer, go through pain, go through the same routine for months and months straight without seeing results, I have to go to that. I have to go through that to actually get my dream life. And once I realized that, the fire just never stops burning now. The fire burns every single day. I'm delusional and I'm crazy about it because I know I'm going to lose, which makes me want to keep going. It doesn't make me want to quit. Because when most people put a date and a time on when they want to win and they don't win, they give up. They lose all motivation, they lose all hope, and they lose all self-respect. And that's exactly why everybody goes wrong. That's exactly why people with so much potential end up losing. So just understand, once you can embrace the lose, once you can embrace the failure and the mistakes that you will make in the future, and once you can acknowledge that, then you will become successful. I promise you, you'll become successful. Because that's literally what helped me. Like on Instagram, like I just said on my Instagram, I only had 100 views a day after posting just a month ago. I post 30 minutes ago, I have 2,000 views. How does that even work? How does that even work? How do I get 2,000 views posting a video in 30 minutes? And I don't understand. I think it's just God blessing me because my faith in God is that high, so I can only give thanks to the Lord for that. But like, bro, it's consistency, bro. It's because I knew I was going to lose, and now I'm winning because I knew I was losing. I was that hungry to post more than other people do. I was that hungry to do it every single day. I was that hungry to talk about things people didn't talk about. And now I'm semi-winning, just in my personal brand. In my business, that's going to take a minute. But in my personal brand, people are seeing my face, people are hearing my voice, and that's my whole goal. I want to help people in general. Many people are texting me, DMing me, and commenting on my Instagram. Bro, you're changing my life so much, bro. I'm hearing things I've never heard before. Like, it's crazy. Is my voice really that impactful to others? Because yes, it is. I never understood that, but it just is, and that's just destiny, bro. So just remain consistent. Just believe in yourself and know you're going to lose, and you will win. Many people don't tell you that, but this is the formula to winning. This is exactly how you win. And I am barely in the beginning of my journey, and I'm still humble about that. I'm barely in the beginning of my journey. This is nothing. This is nothing at all. I can't even imagine where I'll be in a year. Just being consistent, it's crazy. But y'all are going to see